All right, guys, welcome back. Like I said in the last video, I was about to head out to Aldi's, and I'm a man of my word. Here I am. We did Publix yesterday because, like I said, all my friends from Florida rant and rave about it. You'll never see me go back. Aldi's, though, Aldi's I know. Aldi's I know, Aldi's I love. And I'm glad to be here because is it more expensive than it is in Ohio? You know, I don't know, but we're going to see. And I really hope that it isn't, because one of the good things about Aldi's, so a lot of the Europeans watching this channel, yes, we do have Aldi's, and it is incredibly affordable. But it's going to be interesting to see if that affordability transfers to one of the most expensive places in the country, which is exactly where I'm at, one of the most expensive places in the country. So let's go ahead and have a look and try not to get banned from Aldi's, because that would be a great shame. This kind of stuff does make me a little bit uncomfortable because it is kind of crowded here today, and I really don't like recording people. So I'm going to try my best not to do that because I wouldn't want that. I do appreciate my privacy, and I don't want to be one of those guys. So let's go ahead and have a look and see what's going on in Aldi's. All right. Aldi's is a store that we're pretty familiar with. It's what we come to back in Ohio. So seeing what it is in Florida is pretty nice. I mean, at the gates, 55 cents for avocados. It's crazy good. Tomatoes, $2.89 for one of these. Zucchini, 2 big zucchini for $1.19. Bag of apples for $1.99. Like I said, out the gate, it's a lot better. Like, I didn't know why. I didn't think that there would be an Aldi's in Florida. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I went to Publix because everyone I know who's from Florida says that it's just like, they're always talking about Publix, like it's the greatest store. But I mean, it's just another store, right? And after learning that, after looking and seeing, like, it's so much more expensive there than it is here. I mean, just look, bags of apples for $2.79. You can't beat that. You really can't. Mandarins, $3.59. Even the bougie watermelon's only $3.89. But the bread's kind of like on par. Looks like it's about the same, but your baked goods, they're definitely a lot cheaper. In the bakery, they were like $6 for a pack of these at Publix, but definitely good here. Bagels, $1.99, $2.55. Of course, you have your boozes. Your boozes are always good, like your tortillas. You know, kind of expensive for me, but I make my own tortillas. Bread's definitely a better price. I mean, even the store bread's cheaper and it's better, but you know, premium breads are like half the price of what they were at Publix. And Dave's Killer Bread, which is the bread that I love, it's only $5 here opposed to the $7.50. So, you know, definitely a much better option for sure. I actually do think it's quite criminal, the cost of chips these days. I mean, you want like Lay's, Doritos, anything like that, it's going to be like $5, $6 for like a family bag. Here, I mean, is it the name brand? No. Do they taste like chips? Yeah, that's all that really matters. But even the big bag of Doritos here, it's only $3. But chips in general, yeah, like $1.79 for big bags. You can't beat that. I mean, think of like some Tostito chips, right? $1.95 for a big bag here. That's pretty good. I mean, Aldi's is always going to win. And I know that a lot of the more European viewers who shop at Aldi's, you shop at Lidl's, that's like, you wanted to see what we have here and how much it really costs. Now, the Nutella, I know you guys love, so $4.95. Not really that popular in the States. I don't know why. I think it's great. In Greece, they used to have donuts that were filled with them. And I absolutely love them, but you know, salsa $2.49, tzatziki $2.99. Assorted charcuterie is very expensive in the United States in general. Not bad here, but cheeses, pretty decent price. We like to get cheeses here. This double smoked cheddar is freaking delicious. But I mean, you're not going to beat the quality. Honestly, like, You can pay a lot more and go to like a Whole Foods, but Aldi's is just a good place to go as always, you know. The cheese here is about half the price of what it was at Publix. You know, for like the store brand there, it was like, I think it was $3.79 or $4. Here's just $2.79. Deli meats now, is it boar's head? No, but much more affordable. And of course, you have the thing like you don't have at any other stores with the Aldi finds, which is a bunch of like weird stuff. So you never know. But you know, it's the holiday season, so that's what you're seeing right now. These are actually delicious. But I mean, like, listen, Aldi's is great, especially for the American consumer, because it just has a bunch of weird stuff. Shin Gold, overrated. You know, because we like to just grab random stuff to kind of fill that void that we have. But like I said, you can get really good prices here, and that's not news to anybody. I mean, if you're not shopping at Aldi's, I really don't know what's wrong with you. Store brand Cinnamon Toast Crunch, $2.79, can't beat that. But even a large size, right, was $7.50 at Publix. For the actual OG CT Crunch, $4.41 here. Like I said, I mean, this is the place to shop. Okay, well, I'm glad that we found a place. Yeah, the large size was $9 yesterday for Honey Nut Cheerios. I'm glad that I found a place that, you know, I'm not going to lose my mind shopping at, because Publix just definitely wasn't it. And I don't care what my wife says. I don't care if she likes the cookies that are from there. We're shopping at Aldi's from here on out for the whatever time we are in this state, for sure. And of course, the pizzas here, dude, always a better price. I do like the big ones that you go home and you bake yourself. They're good. It's a little bit much for where we are right now, but I might grab one. Maybe one of these lasagnas. These guys you can't go wrong with, really. As far as meat prices go, salmon. Oh, sorry about that. The salmon's definitely a lot cheaper here than it was. I think it's like $12 a pound at Publix, so this is definitely way better. Smaller selection, but like I said, it always looks a little bit cleaner. Maybe it's just because it's always wrapped up. Pork's pretty much cheap everywhere right now, but it does look good, it does look fresh. I don't really eat pork. I do like some bacon. That's pretty much it. The ground beef's pretty much at that Amish price, though. I mean, for the same price for the bad ground beef at Publix, I mean, you can get grass-fed here. But for your cheap hamburger meat, you know, $5.99 per pound. So I mean, that's much better. Like I said, it's just it's a all around, really. It's just kind of better as far as prices go. A lot less chemicals and preservatives, I noticed, in Aldi's. $1.55 per pound for thighs. That's good. $3.49 for chicken breast. That's better than yesterday. And of course, you have, you know, down here kind of the cheaper cuts, I guess. I don't know. I try to go for the mid tier because, you know, I don't like the preservatives or the hormones. But down here, hey, if you're hurting, $2.49 a pound for chicken breast, pretty good. And then of course you have the frozen aisle. If you're into that kind of stuff, always good. Keep some stuff in the freezer, I guess. But I'd say bacon is about half the price as it was yesterday, so I'm definitely gonna grab some. Pretty much the only thing I'm getting today. But yeah, because I think yesterday it was like $10.99, $8.99 for bacon. So, you know, having it be under $5, that just kind of makes sense. Milk here is half the price of what it was at Publix. It was over $4.50 there, $2.72 for a gallon. That just makes sense. Anytime it's less than a gallon of gas, that's always something worth getting. Of course, eggs at $1.96. Pretty much the best you're gonna get. So in the end, all in all, I mean, honestly, if you're going anywhere else, especially in a place as expensive as this, it doesn't really make much sense. So, you know, go to Aldi's, Publix, you'll never see me in there again. No reason to go there. I don't see any reason at all, right? They don't have anything that's better. Truly, they don't. But I'm going to go back and get some of that double smoked cheese because that is delicious. And your boy likes charcuterie. That's it, short and sweet, you know. Listen, Aldi is always going to be a good choice. Everyone knew that. I guess I'm just happy there is one down here. And after talking to our friend who we're staying with down here, I mean, that's exactly where she shops. So, I mean, it makes sense. So this will be where we're coming from now on. But yeah, another beautiful day here in Florida. Gonna have to make a trip back in a couple days to go to Ohio for some business. But after that, be able to come back, and that'll be nice for sure. Because we definitely have some places we want to go to. And they have that bioluminescent area. That's definitely a place that I want to take the wife, even though it's not in the season. I guess they have like moon jellyfish, and they still glow during the winter time here in Florida. So we'll go ahead and check that out. Not sure if that's something anybody wants to see. It's kind of far from what we talk about, but it is more travel related. And traditionally, originally, this was a travel channel. But talking on that, you know, why we've kind of gone to what we talked about on this channel specifically is simple. Because my channel was created with the idea of, you know, if you want to travel somewhere, if you want to go somewhere, you know, you probably can. If you want to move abroad, you probably can. It's not so expensive. Not as expensive as people think, or at least it is doable, because most people think that it's not, right? They think it's beyond them. They'll never be able to do it. But, you know, it's true. It is within the reach of most people. But in America, I don't know if I'd recommend anyone moving here. You know, Greece, yeah. Italy, yeah. Spain, yeah. Portugal, yeah. Even the UK, yeah. But America? I mean, even if you're going beyond the price of everything and the cost of everything, honestly, culture, what are you going to do? Shop, eat? That's pretty much all it is here. You know, every now and then you can go and see somewhere nice because there's a lot of good nature here. But I don't know. But I like to do some more of that on the channel, especially now that I do have a little bit more time. That's nice. Baby's getting a little bit older, so it makes it a lot easier, that's for sure, to be able to get out there and actually do what this channel is meant to do. But yeah, you know, thanks for coming out and having a comparison to yesterday. Definitely interesting, and definitely glad I did. This is pretty close to where we're at. Health channel is actually going to be up and running again because we have time for that as well. So it's good. It's good time on the channel, and it's good time. But we thank you guys as always for being here. And any questions, comments, put it down below. Like and subscribe as always. Think about becoming a member. Leave a donation. Any more ideas now that I'm down in Florida for next few weeks, maybe month, you know, go ahead and put it down there if you want to see it. And I appreciate you guys as always. Have a good one.